Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? A gracious good morning to you, good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do, and you know why I do it. It's Thursday morning, September 18th, and it is 3:14 in the a.m. I want to share this story with you. A while back, I told the same story, but I started thinking about it as I was walking into work. I don't know what triggered the thought. I wish I could say it was something, earth-shattering, profound, the sky split open, the veil was torn kind of thought. But it's none of that. It just popped into my head. But I'm going to tell you about a conversation I had and what it is connected to. At one point in time, I was having a conversation with someone. I have a lot of those. And this individual made the mistake of saying, I think I know you well enough. For me, when you make that statement, and I'm not the person that's married to you, waking up next to you, or live with you over a period of time, we have a problem. And I paused that individual. I'm going to say mid-sentence. I might be off by a few seconds. I said, you don't know me. And I said it with that tone. Now, you don't know anything about me. If I asked you right now, you couldn't tell me my favorite color or my favorite food. Something very basic and innocuous. You couldn't tell me diddly, so you don't know me. You only know what I tell you about me. And you only half listen to that. Or we would not be in the place of conflict had you listened. And of course, they took exception. And of course, they got in their feelings. And of course, I did not care. And I mean that with my whole heart. Don't tell me you know me and you do something that I find extremely irritating. And in this particular instance, I told you I found this irritating. Now, here's the backstory. I'm doing something, and I'm interacting with an individual, and I'm being very hard-lined. I've set a boundary. I've maintained a boundary. This particular individual that knows me hears the commotion. And it's not really a commotion. Here's my voice elevated and decides to, put it like this, help a sister out. And I say it that way because at this point, the individual is not of color. I didn't ask for your help. I didn't need your help. No, what you saw was me setting a boundary and you having to have the role of savior and, coming into my lane, so to speak, okay? Not only did you come into my lane, you usurped my authority by providing what I am setting a boundary about. Now, at this point, I walk away because I'm livid. I let the day go by, but I'm checking on Captain Save 'em, because I'm going to let Captain Salem know you came into something that you weren't invited in. So all day long I'm checking, I'm scanning. Captain Salem is on the phone. The minute I see Captain Salem not on the phone, I go and confront. And yes, I use the word confront. And my exact words, don't you never, no more again in life, step into something that I'm doing. If I ask you, that's something different. And of course, my man went emo and came back maybe an hour or so later. Well, obviously I've done something that pissed you off. You think? Have I ever had that tone with anybody in here that you know of? Didn't ask what it was. Didn't ask how to correct the situation. Just wanted, I guess, to feel better about himself. Then, a couple of days go by. I hear them huffing and puffing, having an external conversation meant for me to hear. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Well, I might as well get this over with. Oh, baby. Mistake number 2. And at this point, I'm assuming there was an attempted apology that was going to be extended. I didn't want to hear it. Get out. Because if this is something you got to get over with, and I'm an individual you got to tolerate, we're on a whole different page. There's no sincerity in this approach. Bye. And at that point, the conversation took, I want to say, another turn, and they attempted to get personal. Well, maybe you need to look at you. Okay, I'll do that. I'm still looking at me, knowing you will never come this way again. Never. Because in that approach, you have told me my worth and value to you. Now, people don't understand when I tell them that energy that you had when you approached me faulty, I'm going to need you to hold on to it, because that's what's going to sustain you for the remainder of my contact with you in life. Not going to disrespect you. I'm not going to interact with you because you've already told me. So, don't look my way for anything. Anything, and I mean that. You know, so people have this I want to say, level of strange that tells them that you'll take anything. I'd rather count grains of sand on the beach than to be bothered with people with that kind of I want to say hearing and awareness. Now, for the folks who I want to say subscribe to this strange version of Christianity, about forgiveness, apologies have parts. You've heard me say this. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. You say what you did wrong. Do you accept the apology? And how can I make it right? Are all parts of an apology or a restoration process. So, to that individual, I'm looking at me. Not saying I don't mess up. I can admit that. But when you approach an apology without humility, or locked in the position that there weren't any missteps on your part, I'm good. Just like you are. See you when I see you.